Hey everybody, this is Nick from Latitude 33 Geckos coming to you tonight with another few tips on ways that you can be more efficient and productive and organized with your gecko breeding facility. Tonight I had to bring out some new tubs. These are 6-quart tubs, 6-quart Sterilite tubs. Let's see. Just get these from Walmart or wherever. They're usually about $1 a piece. These are the 1851 tubs. They come with white lids. But anyway, these are what we use for our hatchlings. But we put some holes on the top of the front as well as the top of the back. And I found that 5 holes or thereabouts is what works best for us. So I've tried a variety of methods for putting those holes in there, and the first tip of the night is use a soldering iron. Using a drill sometimes can work, but it's there's kind of a lot of downsides to it. One is that you can get some sharp kind of pieces that are left behind, little corkscrews or whatever, that are left behind that you have to take care of later. Also, you can crack the tubs. I've done that a number of times, just using too much force really, or the tubs are real cold. I've seen kind of both situations cause the cracks to occur in the tubs. So that's tip number one. We've got just a real basic soldering iron from Radio Shack. This one's super old. I use it for my guitar amps and my electric guitars to modify those as well. But really, it's just they've got replacement tips that you can replace too with the little screw on them. So yeah, get yourself a soldering iron. I guess that's tip number one for tonight. Tip number two is if when you're soldering, get a fan, little $10-$20 fan. Most of you guys probably already have a fan. Actually, if you've got a gecko room, you probably have one. The small ones are real nice on like top of a bookshelf or top of a rack or something like that in your gecko room. But I've got a fan out here in the garage when I'm burning the holes into the plastic. I mean, it's like plastic fumes in here, and the garage, it's open and everything, but it's still the fumes kind of they pile up like right in your face. So I have a fan that blows like not exactly right on where I'm putting the soldering holes through the tubs, but I've got it kind of just like at head height or whatever to blow the smoke away from me. So that's tip number two is get yourself a fan, especially if you're going to be burning holes into your tubs. That's kind of the big downside of burning the holes into your tubs with a soldering iron, is that you're going to get those fumes and hot plastic that can get on your hands or whatever if you're not going slow and being careful. So just be cautious there and go slow. As with anything new, go slow the first time, and as you get better, you'll go faster. Tip number three is I turned it off just now, but I usually have on either my my songs on my iPhone, or I've got my radio with the local radio station on. Man, it makes the time go by a lot better, it seems, for me, and I'm sure a lot of you really like your music as well. So get some good tunes on before you get to work, and it really helps, when you're sitting there for hours on end feeding geckos or cleaning cages or putting holes in tubs or whatever. So what's that? Tip three. So tip four, this is the one I was really thinking that you guys might enjoy, is I measured out the holes on the tubs exactly. I forget what they were exactly, but I spaced them out kind of just real evenly across the front. So I knew I wanted 5 holes and one kind of right on center, and then figured out where the others should be. So I'm kind of a little bit, I guess, overly organized. Some would say like OCD or whatever, but I really like the spacing to be just right. And then I took a piece of like throwaway plastic from a little blister pack of something that we bought and just made a little template here. So I marked the holes with a Sharpie on there, and then just burned the holes with the soldering iron through, in those 5 spots. And then now I've got a template that I can just throw on the front. And I marked, that center hole. There's this little mark on the center of the tubs. So I just get that lined up there, and then get my little Sharpie out. And, it's, for my purposes, don't have to be exact, completely exact, but I just put, little center points marked on each of those holes. I could just go and take the soldering iron to them, but when I'm doing a lot, I find that just kind of keeping the soldering iron sitting off on the side and heating up while I do this, for whatever it is, 10, 20, 30, 50 tubs I'm doing at a time, really is a lot easier than trying to burn the holes in through the template. So anyway, that's tip number 4. Make yourself a template. Makes things easier. And for everything, I mean, anything that you're making, you should probably make a little jig or a template for. That way, you've got your measurements exact, and you can do it the same every time, or pretty close to anyway. It just makes things go easier. So I think that's tip number 4. What can be the 5th tip for you guys tonight? Let's see, let me review them. I thought about writing them down, but it's so much more fun to try to remember. Alright, so I got the fan, the music, the soldering iron, the template, and shoot, I don't remember what the 5th one was. Sorry guys. I'll have to come up with something here. I guess the biggest thing for our hobbyist operation that we've got going is just having somebody else that you can share the fun with, whether it's somebody on Facebook that you kind of befriend, or whether it's a family member or a friend nearby. For me, it really helps having my wife Danielle involved, and let me tell you guys, she's really involved. She does a lot of work around here at Latitude 33, and I can't thank her enough for that. And just being able to talk to her, on a drive, out to whatever, the beach, if we're going to the beach, or wherever we're headed. It's awesome to talk about the different morphs, and have you seen so and so's, whatever it is, certain morph, or what's been hatched out lately, or what our plans are for the next year or 5 years or whatever it is. So get somebody that you can talk to on a regular basis that will also be excited with you. There's a few other people in the community that I talk to regularly, and some are somewhat local enough in Southern California that I can see them, once or twice a year, and that's pretty cool to sit down and have lunch and talk to people for a while. So, hey guys, I realized I never really showed you how I solder in these holes. It's not really soldering, burning in the holes with the soldering iron. So anyway, once I get the all the holes marked up from my template that I was showing you there, then I just get the tip right on there and then just push straight in. It's easy as that. I don't know if you guys can see the smoke coming up off of this thing, but it's terrible. I have the fan off right now because I didn't want to really make a whole lot of noise for the video, but forgot how bad it was without the fan. Anyway, you guys can probably see these little drips and stuff like that. Those just kind of pull right off of there like little strings afterwards. So anyway, that's how to burn in those holes. Thanks for watching.